All right, guys, thanks for coming out today. Do you mind giving us a quick introduction to yourself and also the application or whatever you're building?
Thanks, Neda. My name is Swayam. We are building Unwallet. It's Stripe for agents.
Hi, I'm Mihir. I'm working with Swayam on Unwallet.
The concept is very simple. We just want agents to have access to financial infrastructure, and we call it Stripe for agents.
Well, I like Stripe for Agents. It's very easy to understand. Here we have a little whiteboard. We're going to kind of walk through maybe the user flow for someone that's using your product. We have the user here, we have the application, and then we have kind of the info that's powering that. And in this case, I'm guessing the user is going to be something like an agent.
Yes.
As opposed to a user.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could also say it's a user. So.
Yeah. So in simple concept, we have agent or any builder who's trying to build an agent on this side. So we can just consider this as an agent. There is app level. So on the app level itself, we have an SDK. So it's easy to use SDK. You can just get started with 20 lines of code. And on the infrastructure side, overall, it's just a blockchain. But if you want to learn more about what it's in depth, it's more about EigenCompute, L2, L1 type of blockchain, and EVM blockchain. And then we have this set of smart contracts, tokens, and all this other infrastructure.
Got it. So in terms of how Eigen is integrated here at the infra level, can you kind of talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So one of the core important problems of agentic SDK or agents is there is a lot of liquidity fragmentation, abstraction and all. And we were really thinking about solving it in a simple way that if you are actually trying to build something like Stripe for agents, it should be easy for agents to navigate across chain, access to the liquidity. And that's what we're trying to solve. And the more important role of EigenCompute is making sure that whoever is bridging this gap between agents actually get access to write verifiable compute, and they're also able to prove verifiable way that they have done some agent work so that agents could navigate across chains and tokens.
Okay, got it. So to wrap things up, what does the world look like before your product exists, and then what would it look like after your product exists?
Previously, if you are building an agent, you had to create your own wallet. You had to decide which client API to use, like OpenAI, Claude, and all. And on top of that, you also need to write the custom code in order to navigate between chains. But with our new version, agents can interact with each other with different protocols like X402 and all. And they don't have to know what's the underlying infrastructure is doing. They can be live on a Polygon, Arbitrum base, and whatever. And we'll just make sure that it works for them.
Got it. Okay, so to really end this off, what are the next few things that you're planning to do with this product?
Very good question, because we just had chat with Ethereum Foundation, OIF team and all. We'll be doing an ERC comment on the new standard of interoperability. And the whole point or the whole idea of this is the EigenCompute's liveness actually solves one of the issues of what Tease hasn't been able to solve for last few years. And that liveness guarantee basically allows a whole new set of combinations in the liquidity and chain abstraction, which we'll be using and we'll be proposing, and make sure that our SDK is getting adopted as compared to other partners.
Awesome. Well, this is very, very interesting. Thanks for your time today. I'm looking forward to seeing where your product goes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Neda. Thanks, Eigen team.